Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel for another video. I am the Maize Madman. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and that notification bell so you're aware every time I upload a video. Today, we're talking about the possibility of Michigan retaining Hunter Dickinson, who entered the transfer portal a week ago. We'll talk about that, and Michigan reaching out to ex-Florida State star in the transfer portal, Matthew Cleveland, and the possibility of landing him. Plus, we're talking about Michigan making the top list for some elite recruits, all that, and as always, I'm upset. Enunciate well so that you can tell I am not illiterate, no, not even a little bit. Let's get into it. Michigan has made the top list of several elite targets in the 2024 class. That doesn't stop with this one. Zadavian Sims, he's a 4-star recruit out of the state of Oklahoma, Durant, Oklahoma to be specific, Durant High School. He is the 121st ranked prospect in the nation, the 16th ranked defensive lineman in the nation, and the #1 prospect in the state of Oklahoma. Zadavian is a 6'3", 275 pound mauler in the class of 2024, and Michigan just made his top list. That also includes Lil Bro Nim, and for those who don't know who Lil Bro Nim is, that's Michigan State, or Little Brother as we call him around these parts. I like to call him Lil Bro Nim. Arkansas, Georgia Tech, Miami, Oklahoma, and Oregon are also on that list. Texas A&M as well, to name a few of them. Now, this is significant because Sims currently holds a crystal ball in Lil Bro Nim's favor. How about that? Michigan State is currently the crystal ball leader for Zadavian Sims. However, we have seen their 2024 class start to crumble. Nick Marsh decommitting, and he was the second decommit of that class, I do believe. They currently have 2 players that last check for me, and I don't check them often, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but I believe they have 2 defensive backs committed in their 2024 class right now. Zadavian Sims is the apple of their eye, and it would be fitting, so fitting for Michigan to be able to swoop in and get Zadavian Sims right out from under their noses. Not only would it be fulfilling in that way, but obviously he is a very elite recruit and at a position that I think Michigan hasn't really gotten this. Obviously Ted Hammond is in the class, and I don't want to disrespect Ted Hammond, who is also a 4-star recruit, but you can never have too many guys to clog up that defensive middle, and I think Zadavian Sims would only add to Michigan's defensive line. Obviously, Michigan is in the running to land a couple of edge rushers like Brian Robinson out of the state of Ohio. Obviously, they had Dylan Stewart, the #1 defensive edge in the country, on campus last month. So Michigan seems to be in good places with some very high-end defensive linemen around the country, including Justin Scott. I forgot about Justin Scott, who also is in contact, who Michigan is also in contact with, rather. So Michigan making the top list for Zadavian Sims is a huge deal and should be treated as such. He had this to say about Michigan, saying, quote, "I really love the program and I'm highly interested in them. I do expect him to be making a visit to Ann Arbor in the near future. I'll keep you up to date on all of the comings and goings regarding Mr. Sims and any other Michigan recruits going forward right here on this channel." Before we go any further, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. If you missed my last video where I break down the Midwest the Midwest side story, as I like to call it, the recruiting battle between Michigan and Ohio State. I'll link that at the end of this video, so make sure you check that one out. Now, on to other news. Michigan and Hunter Dickinson might not be done. Apparently, Hunter Dickinson is going to give Michigan the final visit and the final say in this, I guess, new recruitment, if you will. He's entered the transfer portal, as everyone knows, Hunter Dickinson. And I told people early on that this was for NIL, because of NIL purposes, as Hunter has spoken out. He's been one of the main, he's been very outspoken. Let me say that. He's been very outspoken about Michigan's NIL or lack thereof as it pertains to the basketball program. And everyone knows it's not just the basketball program. The football program has suffered because of that too. But NIL at Michigan does seem to be turning a corner and headed in the right direction with the latest collective for the football team. Initially, that collective is, but there are also rumblings about some high profile ex-Michigan players actually getting together to help with the basketball program and the football program and other sports at Michigan. So that is very interesting. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Should Michigan be trying to get Hunter Dickinson back? Would you be surprised if they do? And should they? I think I just asked you that, right? Should they get Hunter Dickinson back, and would you be surprised if they do? It could be Hunter Dickinson also is hearing the news about Michigan in the transfer portal, landing players like Caleb Love. Also, in very heavy talks with Matthew Cleveland, the ex-Florida State player, the wingman there, 6'7" player from Florida State, who is also in the transfer portal. I have heard that Michigan is in contact with him, and they are setting up a Zoom, or maybe they already performed that Zoom. So that would be a very, very good get for Michigan. Juwan Howard and company. Juwan Howard was very high on Matthew Cleveland in the recruiting process last year, so it would make sense that he would reach out to him in the transfer portal as he is currently in there. So keep you up to date on that as well. Moving right along, Zadavian Sims isn't the only player that Michigan has made the top list for. That also includes Aaron Scott, the high-profile cornerback out of Springfield, Ohio, who I also speak about in my previous video. Make sure you check it out there. I'm not going to spend too much time on Aaron Scott. He is the number one player in the state of Ohio, though. You already know how hard Michigan has hit the state of Ohio so far in the 2024 class. It would be a very big deal if they were able to land the number one player in the state of Ohio, because he currently holds a crystal ball to the other state. I know some people in the comment section want me to say the Suck Guys more. So here you go. The Suck Guys I'm not going to go there. But yeah, so Aaron Scott would be another one that would be huge for Michigan if they were able to get his commitment. It does look like the ship may be sailing. It's going over the horizon, and we're starting to lose sight of that Bryce West ship, which is unfortunate. I really was a fan of Bryce West, the Glenville High School prospect, but it does look like he will be sticking in the Suckeye State. But Aaron Scott is certainly and most definitely in play. Michigan recently hosted four-star edge rusher Dominic Nichols out of Imesville, Maryland, Oakdale High School in the 2024 class. They just completed that 3-day trip where he left Ann Arbor very impressed. And that is a great thing for Michigan, who, as I pointed out, is already in the running for other edge rushers like Brian Robinson and Dylan Scott. So keeping the communication lines open with other players at the same position. There's nothing wrong with it. I also think that Michigan has a decent shot with Dominic Nichols. Right now, I do believe Penn State is the biggest threat to Michigan there, or maybe Michigan's a bigger threat to Penn State right now, as I think Penn State may be ahead in this recruitment, but Michigan's certainly starting to make some inroads, and that would be terrific. He currently sits, according to 24/7, as the 442nd ranked player in the nation, 34th ranked pass rusher, and the 13th ranked player in the state of Maryland. That being said, On3 has him ranked as the 14th ranked player in Maryland, which is still pretty low, but the 365th ranked player in the nation and a 4-star. I'll also keep you up to date on this recruitment and any movement within it. Before I get out of here, got to give out some Triple M shout-outs. Today, I'm going to start with my guy, Big Groove. Big Groove, it's your day. You are officially a madman. And thank you for your continued support. Even though I forgot you, man, I can't believe I forgot to give you that shout-out, but that's what we are here for. Now, the next one is going to go to Jay. Shout out to Jay. You are officially a madman. And last but certainly not least, I'm going to give one to Classic Country Revival. Shout out to you, sir. Thank you for your support. You are officially a madman. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at Maize Madman. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below. We need those comments. I love responding to you guys. So make sure you leave your comments, drop your comments below, and I try to respond to everyone. So keep that in mind. But until next time, remember one thing. This is the Maize Madman, and of course, I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. Our ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'm gonna calm down. Son. I just don't get that.